Here is one question. Prove that real part of z less or equal to modulus z. So for this, we can write the let z is equal to a plus iv be a complex number. So here real part of z is equal to a. As you know that this is real part and this is imaginary part. So real part is mentioned over here. So write down real part of z is equal to a. So as you know that modulus z means what? And also we have modulus z is equal to real part is square plus imaginary part is square. So this is real part and real part is square plus imaginary part is square. So we know that a square is less or equal to a square plus b square. So our main target or objective is a. Real part of z means a. So among these two terms, square of any two real number. Okay, as you know that the sum of square of any real number is always greater than one of the square of that number. कुनै दुईटा स्क्वायर नम्बरहरुको सम चाहिँ कुनै एउटा नम्बर भन्दा ग्रेटर अवश्य हुन्छ. यसलाई हामी एक्जियम भन्न सक्छौं. यो रिजल्ट ट्रू हुन्छ. That means here is a is less or equal to modulus a square plus b square. If we remove this square, then it will be square root. Then a means what? This a is the real part of z. So in the place of a, we can write down real part of z is less or equal to modulus a square plus b square means what? So modulus root under a square plus b square means modulus z. So write down modulus z. And so in this way, real part of z is less or equal to modulus z. So hence it is proved. Similarly, we can prove imaginary part of z is equal to less or equal to modulus z. In this way, in the same process, we can find out the another result. So let's see. Okay, we have another property of complex number. So this is triangle inequality. So in this property, we can write down the modulus for any two real number, for any two complex number z and w. Then we have modulus z plus modulus w is always greater than modulus z plus w. So this is the property. So for this property, we should take any two complex number z and w. So let's prove this property. So let z is equal to a plus iv and w is equal to c plus id. So in this way, we can suppose z and w, which are any two complex number. Now we can find out the modulus of z. So how to find modulus z? So it will be a square plus b square. जुन कुरा हामीले पहिले पढिसकेका छौं, रियल पार्ट को स्क्वायर, इमेजिनरी पार्ट को स्क्वायर, by definition of absolute value of complex number. And modulus w means root under real part square, that means c square, imaginary part square means d square. Again, we can find out the value of z plus w, because in question we have z plus w. So first of all, find out the value of z plus w. So firstly, we can put the value of z in this place, and plus w means c plus id. And the modulus of z plus w is also given. So find out the modulus of z plus w. If it is absolute value of this one, then it will be. So for this, we can write down a plus c in one place, and there is I common, and it can be written as I times b plus d. So real part put together, and I is taken as common from this term and this term, and the remaining term is b plus d. So the absolute value of z plus w is root under real part square, that is real part means a plus c power 2, and imaginary part means b plus d power 2. So in this way we can find out the absolute value of this. If we expand like this, then this will be the result. Now a square plus 2ac plus c square, this is the formula of this term, and the formula of this term is b square plus 2bd plus d square. Now our main question is this one. Now modulus z plus modulus w greater or equal to modulus z plus w will be true if this relation will be true here. So we have to show this relation is true or not. So suppose this is a true relation, then it will be modulus z means we can put the value of modulus z. Modulus z means this one. So write down a square plus b square plus modulus w means this one. So root under c square plus d square is greater than or equal to same. Modulus z plus w means this one. Root under a square plus 2ac plus c square plus 2bd plus d square. So this is the step obtained from substituting the value. So this will, if this statement will be true, then this statement also true, becomes true. Now we can solve it by squaring both sides. Now a plus b power 2, a plus b को whole square, and this is square. So we can write down a square plus b square, because a square means this term को whole square, and 2ab means 2 times a square plus b square, and b means root under c square plus d square, plus b square means last term को square, c square plus d square, and less or equal to, that is same relation. And if you take squaring on this side, then the square root is removed. 2ac plus c square plus b square plus 2bd plus d square. Now we can cancel this a square and a square. Similarly, b square and b square, and c square d square, c square d square. In this way, we can cancel the same term on LHS and RHS. So now remaining term we have 2 times root under a square plus b square into c square plus d square is greater than 2 times ac plus bd. Here is also 2, here is also 2. So we can take out common, and the remaining term is ac plus bd. So if you cancel 2 and 2, then we get this term and this term. So again we can take the square. So taking square of this term. So again squaring, then a square plus b square times c square plus d square. So root we can remove, all the root we can remove, and this equal to ac plus bd को whole square, ac plus bd को whole square. Now solve it. This into this means a square c square plus a square d square. B square c square means b square c square. B square d square means b square d square greater equal to, now a plus b go whole square. We can use algebraic formula in this step. So a square means a square c square plus 2ab means 2acbd plus b square means b square d square. Now we can cancel the same term from this side and this side, and we can cancel another term b square d square and b square d square. Now we can write down like this, a square d square plus b square c square. This 2acbd means 2acbd greater equal to 0. यहाँ कुनै टर्म बाँकी छैन, त्यसैले 0 लेख्ने. बाँकी टर्म सबै यता ल्याउँदाखेरि this will be AD minus BC whole square is greater equal to 0. This is the result obtained by after solving this one. So which is a real number, which is always true for all real values a, b and c, d. So we can write down like this, which is always true for all real number a, b, c and d. So this is the square, and positive or square of any positive number or any positive number is always the real number which is greater than 0 or equal to 0. So this is always true. कुनै पनि नम्बर नेगेटिभको स्क्वायर अथवा पोजिटिभको स्क्वायर गर्दा आउने नम्बर भनेको कि 0 सँग इक्वल हुन्छ कि 0 भन्दा ग्रेटर हुन्छ, 0 भन्दा ठूलो हुन्छ. त्यसैले यो स्टेटमेन्ट ट्रू हो. That's why this relation is true, because our statement is true. हामीले यो दिएको क्वेशन ट्रू भएको कारणले यसको कन्क्लुजन पनि ट्रू आयो. सो कन्क्लुजन ट्रू हुनुको मतलब स्टेटमेन्ट अथवा हाम्रो यो प्रूफ ट्रायंगल इनइक्वालिटी को एक्सप्रेसन पनि हाम्रो के छ, ट्रू छ. That is absolutely correct. That's why this term is greater than this term. Therefore, so in this way we can prove this is equal to this. So this one. Therefore modulus z plus modulus w greater equal to modulus z plus w. So this is the proof of these questions. We have the same property, triangle inequality, here for any two complex numbers z and w. This is same property. This property can be verified by another method also. So it is alternative proof. यस्तो अब यो अर्को तरिका अल्टरनेटिभ प्रूफ भनेको भर्खरै हामीले चाहिँ यसको प्रूफ गर्यौं. अब यसको प्रूफलाई हामी अर्को तरिकाबाट पनि गर्न सक्छौं. लेट्स सी सम अनदर मेथड. सो राइट डाउन z plus w, this modulus z plus w power 2 होल स्क्वायर. यो टर्मबाट स्टार्ट गर्ने, मोडुलस z plus w मा पावर 2 सुरु गर्ने. So this step can be written as like this, z plus w into z plus w conjugate. So this is our property of complex number. So if z into modulus z is equal to z times z bar, so this is the property. हामीसँग कम्प्लेक्स नम्बर को एउटा यस्तो प्रॉपर्टी छ, मोडुलस z भनेको z times z conjugate. So if you multiply these two complex number, then we get modulus z को square, not only modulus z को square. So write down square. यहाँ क्वेशन मा स्क्वायर छैन, हामी लास्ट मा फाइनल मा यो स्क्वायर हटाउँछौं. सो फर्मुला लेख्नको लागि स्क्वायर थप्ने, modulus z plus w square means this into this. So यहाँ वर्टिकल लाइन मा जुन कम्प्लेक्स नम्बर छ त्यो कम्प्लेक्स नम्बर को बार लेख्ने र त्यसैले इन्टु गर्ने. सो z plus w into z plus w को conjugate means z conjugate plus w conjugate. This is also formula. we have already done in the properties मा हामीले whole conjugate भनेको individual complex number को conjugate हुन्छ भनेर पढिसकेका छौं यसलाई यस्तो लेख्न मिल्छ now we can multiply here now z into z bar means this one z into w bar means this one plus w into z bar or z bar into w same thing z bar into w w into w bar means w into w bar. So this is the expression after multiplying this and this. यो multiply गर्दा यस्तो आउँछ अब हामी यसलाई यस्तो लेख्न सक्छौं z into z bar means modulus z को स्क्वायर सेम फर्म z into z bar लाई फेरि z स्क्वायर यताबाट यता पनि लेख्न सकिन्छ यसरी पनि लेख्न सकिन्छ यसलाई यस्तो लेख्ने plus z into w bar plus z bar into w plus w bar को स्क्वायर सेम प्रोसेस हामी यसमा पनि युज गर्न सक्छौं w into w conjugate भनेको मोडुलस w को स्क्वायर फ्रम दिस रिलेसन त्यसै बीचमा हामी अब यस्तो गर्न सक्छौं मोडुलस z को स्क्वायर a स्क्वायर भयो लास्टमा b स्क्वायर भयो बीचमा अब 2ab ल्याउनु छ हामीले फर्मुलाको लागि यहाँ 2ab ल्याउनु पर्छ यसको लागि यो टर्म र यो टर्म सेम बनाउने z into w conjugate is equal to z into w conjugate of this conjugate of conjugate plus w को square the same meaning because we have z conjugate of conjugate means it is z so from this relation we can write down this one कुनै पनि कम्प्लेक्स नम्बरमा डबल कन्जुगेट भनेको सेम नम्बर हो सेम कम्प्लेक्स नम्बर हो त्यही भएर हामीले के गर्छौं यो नम्बरको यो जुन नम्बर छ त्यो नम्बरको कन्जुगेटको कन्जुगेट यो नम्बरको कन्जुगेट गर्दाखेरि z को कन्जुगेट भइहाल्यो w कन्जुगेटको w भइहाल्यो कन्जुगेटको कन्जुगेट w भइहाल्यो त्यो प्रोसेसबाट चाहिँ हामीले यसलाई चाहिँ यस्तो लेख्न सक्छौं यहाँ जुन टर्म छ यति यो ठाउँमा जुन कम्प्लेक्स नम्बरको मल्टिप्लाई छ त्यही कम्प्लेक्स नम्बरको मल्टिप्लाई यहाँ बनाउनु पर्यो यसमा z into w कन्जुगेट छ z into w कन्जुगेट लेख्नु पर्यो अब यसलाई होल कन्जुगेट लेख्नेबित्तिकै z को कन्जुगेट w मा w को कन्जुगेट मीन्स w को कन्जुगेट मीन्स w or if you confuse then write down w केही फरक पर्दैन w लेख्न सकिन्छ यहाँ w को डबल कन्जुगेट मीन्स it is w and z conjugate means z that is z conjugate that is same thing केही फरक पर्दैन यसलाई हामी यस्तो पनि लेख्न सक्छौं सो मोडुलस z को स्क्वायर प्लस z into 2 times रियल पार्ट अफ यस्तो लेख्नु पर्यो यो दुईटा प्लस गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो के लेख्नु पर्यो अनि प्लस मोडुलस w को स्क्वायर यो दुईटा पार्ट प्लस गर्दाखेरि 2 times रियल पार्ट अफ z into कन्जुगेट यस्तो पार्ट हुन्छ हामीले पहिला पढेको प्रपर्टी अनुसार रियल पार्ट अफ z is equal to z plus half into z plus z conjugate this is the property this is our property so modulus z को स्क्वायर modulus w को स्क्वायर and this part z यसलाई z मान्दा यो z र z कै कन्जुगेट यो z कै कन्जुगेट हो यसैको कन्जुगेट हो त्यो दुईटाको प्लस गर्दा र डिवाइड 2 गर्दा रियल पार्ट अफ z आउँछ रियल पार्ट अफ z so if you multiply this 2 by this term 2 times real part of z then it will be z plus z bar so z plus z bar means 2 times real part of z भनेको यहाँ 2 into real part of z means z plus this one so plus of these two terms becomes this one by this formula now modulus z को स्क्वायर plus modulus w को स्क्वायर a square b square now in between we have 2 times modulus z into w bar no modulus z into w bar 2ab so this is 2 of this one now this is not bracket this is modulus So if you take modulus, then this will be less or equal to, then we can write down the properties over here. Then real part of z is less or equal to modulus z. So this comes from this relation. Now this is real part of z, this is real part of z, which is less or equal to modulus z. That's why, so 2 is same, real part of z means modulus z. This is modulus z, which is greater than this term, greater than this term. So if you like this, we can do this one, z modulus w conjugate plus modulus w go square. So this is the property of product of this conjugate. Modulus z into w means modulus z modulus w. This is the property you are using over here. Product को केस में हामी यसलाई चाहिँ सेपरेट गर्न सक्छौं product को केस में. So modulus z into modulus w गरे जस्तै यहाँ modulus z into modulus w bar. So यो expression र यो expression equal हो. That's why write down equal, not greater than, not less than. So modulus z को square plus 2 times modulus z modulus w plus modulus w को whole square. So we can remove this conjugate. So this will also equal. Conjugate पनि हटाउन सकिन्छ because we have the one of the result modulus z means modulus z bar. Also हामीसँग यस्तो property पनि छ जुन property अनुसार modulus z भन्नु र modulus z conjugate भन्नु, that is same thing. And if you write down the formula modulus z plus modulus w to the power 2, so this is the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is the formula of this one, a plus b whole square. Now so from this result, so we get modulus z plus w whole square is less or equal to modulus z plus modulus w को whole square. If you cut down this square and this square, then we get modulus z plus w is less or equal to modulus z plus modulus w. Hence proved. Hence proved. So in this way we can establish this relation here. So first of all we should write 2 and our result is also 2 comes into. So finally यो 2 र 2 हटाउँदाखेरि हाम्रो रिजल्ट आउँछ. यो बीचमा एउटा ठाउँमा लेस और इक्वल टु आको कारणले यसको रिलेसन योसँग सानो हुन्छ. यो रिलेसन सानो, लेस देन और इक्वल टु हुन्छ. त्यसपछि यो रिलेसन ग्रेटर हुन्छ. सो ब्रेक भएको पार्ट ग्रेटर हुन्छ. दैट इज triangle inequality in complex number. So in this way we can show this relation. And first of all, so use this property modulus z square is equal to z times z bar, and we can expand like this. We can separate the modulus this conjugate, then after multiply it, then this term and this term becomes same. यहाँ जुन टर्म आएको छ यहाँ पनि त्यही टर्म सेम लेखेर कन्जुगेट लेख्ने अनि त्यसलाई चाहिँ रियल पार्टमा लाने. रियल पार्ट अफ z भनेको समलाई 2 टाइम्स रियल पार्ट अफ z गरेपछि रियल पार्ट means this will be z into w bar. So in this way, so remove this bar and finally it goes to a plus b whole square. So in this way we can find out. So this is the question related to complex number. Express 3 plus 4i upon 4 minus 3i in the form of a plus iv. So here is I also, here is I also. So remove I from denominator, then we can we are able to convert this number into a plus iv. So let's write like this. So to solve this we have to solve this like conjugate. So 3 plus 4i divided by 4 minus 3i into 4 plus 3i divided by 4 plus 3i. So this is the question and we should multiply by its conjugate, or we can say rationalizing the denominator. So in denominator we have minus sign. So write down plus sign. Plus sign ले यो denominator मा भएको term लाई plus बनाएर त्यसले multiply र divide गर्ने यसमा. So now we can multiply this term and this term turn by turn. So that means 3 into 4 means 12. 3 into 3i means 9i. 4i plus 4i into 4 means 16i. 4i plus 4i into 3i means that is 4 3 is 12i square. And here is a minus b into a plus b. So it will be 4 square minus 3i co square. This my a minus b, a plus b means a square minus b square. So in b we have 3i. So if we solve this, then it will be 12 plus 9i plus 16i. If you add these two terms, then it will be 16 and 9, 25. And here is 12 and I square means minus 1. So write down minus. Divided by 4 square means 16. 3i whole square means 3 square means 9. And I square means minus 1. This is minus 1. I square पनि छ यसमा त्यसैले minus 1 लेखेको. यो I square को value minus 1 already भइसक्यो त्यसले यहाँ minus छ. Or we can write down this sign. 12 minus 12 we can cancel, and 25i divided by this minus and minus. If you multiply, then it will be plus, and 16 plus 9 means it is also 25. So 25 we can cancel. So it will be I. And it can be written as like this: 0 plus I into 1. I भनेकै यही हो, 0 plus I into 1, which is in the form of a plus ib. Here a is 0 and b means 1. So this is in the form of a plus ib. So this is the answer. So in this way we can express this fraction in the form of a plus ib. So always while converting into this term, we should rationalize the denominator by taking opposite sign. And we have another question, question number 2. Find the absolute value of this term. Here is also fraction. So how to solve this problem? Now the absolute value of this means you can write like this by inserting the appropriate sign. So this is the absolute value. Here is the word absolute value, but we have to insert the symbol of absolute value. So write down the vertical line, and when we this break down 1 plus I modulus and 1 minus I modulus. Whole modulus लाई हामी यसरी break down गर्न सक्छौं. Individual numerator र denominator मा separately modulus लाउन सक्छौं. That means it can obtain from this rule modulus z divided by modulus w. So यस्तो खालको टर्मलाई एक्सप्रेसनलाई हामी यस्तोमा लान सक्छौं. Similarly, this can be expressed as like this: numerator separate modulus, denominator separate modulus. So how to find the modulus of any term? So go through the definition. So it will be root under real part co square means 1 square. This is real part. Imaginary part co square means coefficient of I is also 1. So 1 square. And similarly in denominator we have real part square means 1 square plus. So by definition here should be plus, whatever it may be the sign. Whatever may be the sign. So imaginary part co square means the coefficient of I is minus 1. So minus 1 co square. So this is the formula. So this is the formula taken from this modulus z is equal to root under a square plus b square. So कुनै एउटा कम्प्लेक्स नम्बरको मोडुलस निकाल्नु छ भने यो डेफिनेसन युज गर्ने. मोडुलस छ भने डेफिनेसन सेम डेफिनेसन यो युज भयो रियल पार्ट स्क्वायर इमेजिनरी पार्ट स्क्वायर रियल पार्ट स्क्वायर इमेजिनरी पार्ट स्क्वायर so according to definition here should be plus so in the middle write down plus sign so if you solve it then 1 plus 1 2 means 2 root of 2 means root 2 and here is also 1 square 1 minus 1 square 1 so 1 1 2 means root 2 and root 2 we can cancel and it will be 1 so this is the answer so this is the absolute value of this fraction so in this way we can solve it by separating modulus and by using okay let's do this question so if x plus iy is equal to a minus iv upon a plus iv and so that x square plus y square is equal to 1 so for this we can do the given term so given is x plus iy is equal to a minus iv divided by a plus ib so this is the given information so start from this information so in this step we have to take the modulus taking modulus on both sides so after taking modulus both sides we get this one so it is the symbol of modulus x plus iy and the whole modulus of the given information a minus iv by a plus iv so after taking modulus we can see this term now we can do this x plus iy is equal to modulus a minus iv divided by modulus a plus iv. We can separate this whole modulus into two separate modulus in numerator separately and denominator separately because we have the property modulus z by w is equal to modulus z divided by modulus w. This is the property. So this term becomes this one. After using separate modulus we can say this one now we can use the definition of modulus so according to the definition we can write it as real part square that means x square and imaginary part ko square means y square so by definition or by using property this term becomes like this and similarly if we use the absolute value of this one then this term will be a real part square plus imaginary part the coefficient of I is minus b so write down minus b whole square and similarly in denominator we have a square plus b square so this is obtained from the definition modulus z is equal to root under a square plus b square. Your definition we have already studied. So modulus z लाई यसरी लेख्न पाइन्छ when z is equal to a plus ib. That means here is a means a square, b is negative so minus b go square. So in the middle plus is here. So write down plus. Similarly this term becomes this one. Now modulus root under square root of x square plus y square and root under a square plus b square divided by root under a square plus b square. This minus becomes plus after removing this bracket. So in numerator and denominator we can see the same term so we can cancel. So here we can see the term remaining is equal to 1. So after squaring both sides we get this term, this result. So squaring this one x square plus y square is equal to 1. So it is proved. In this way we can prove this relation after taking modulus and then after using using the definition of modulus then squaring both sides we get this solution. So this is the solution and these are the reasons why we can use this formula. So this is the question. If x minus iy is equal to this one, we have to show this relation. So for this, write down solution. So given is root under 1 minus I divided by 1 plus I. So this is the provided information. So from this provided information, we have to show this relation. So first of all, so remove this root from this equation, from this term. So we should multiply over here by rationalizing. So we can take this term 1 minus I and 1 minus I. So take opposite sign of this plus, so it will be minus. So conjugate of 1 plus I is 1 minus I, and repeating same number over here, 1 minus I. So if you multiply, so after solving, numerator into numerator means it will be 1 minus I whole square. Same term is repeated 2 times. So write down 2. And here is 1 a plus b into a minus b. So it will be 1 square minus I square. This is the formula, algebraic formula. A square minus b square. So let's see what will be the result. It's equal to, here is 1 minus I only. 1 minus I only because square is here. And here is root only 1 plus 1. I square means minus 1. So it is 1 plus 1. In this case, we have used I square is equal to minus 1. So this is the property we are using here. So root under means square root cancel huncha. So 1 minus I only, and then I square means minus 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Then x minus y, iy is equal to 1 minus I divided by root 2. This is root 2. And now we can separate it like this. X minus y is equal to 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 into I. If we separate this fraction, then it will be 1 upon root 2. This 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 into I. यसलाई ब्रेक होल फ्र्याक्सनलाई ब्रेक अथवा सेपरेट गरेको. त्यसपछि हामी टेकिङ मोडुलस अन बोथ साइड गर्न सक्छौं. टेकिङ मोडुलस अन बोथ साइड्स. दुवै साइडमा मोडुलस आउँदा we get x minus iy is equal to modulus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 into I. This is modulus sign which is used on both sides. So using definition of modulus, we can write down as real part square. This means x square plus imaginary part square means minus y. Also we have to include this minus sign. And here is also root under. And here is real part 1 upon root 2, and this is the square minus imaginary part co square. No, plus and minus 1 upon root 2 co whole square. So this is done by using formula 1 by root 2 square plus minus 1 by root 2 को square. Definition को through बाटा यो आयो. Root under, here is x square plus y square. Minus square means it is plus, and here is 1 by 2. Root 2 को square means 2, and minus को square means plus, and 1 upon root 2 को square means 2. So when we solve it, then root under x square plus y square is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 2 by 2. 2 by 2 means it is 1. So squaring both sides from here. So squaring both sides. So in this step we can squaring both sides. Then we get x square plus y square is equal to 1. Hence proved. So this is the result. obtained from this step. So first of all, rationalizing the denominator, then we can remove the root like this, and I square means minus 1, 1 plus 1 means 2, and 1 minus I whole square means root. It can be cancelled or removed, then it will be 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 into I, and then after we can take modulus, and after taking modulus we can use direct formula, this one real part square plus imaginary part square. So after simplification we get the required result, this one. We have another question, find the square root of 5 plus 12i. So let's solve the question. Here is square root is given, so how to find the square root? So let square root of this means this one, x plus iy is equal to root under 5 plus 12i. So square, this is the question, and its square root is something, it should be in the complex number in the form of x plus iy. So squaring both sides we get x plus iy को whole square is equal to 5 plus 12i, and after expanding formula we get this one, 2xyi plus I square y square is equal to 5 plus 12i. So this is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and RHS is same. Now it will be x square minus y square plus 2xyi is equal to 5 plus 12i. So here I square means minus 1, त्यही I square को ठाउँमा minus 1 राख्दा minus y square र x square एक ठाउँमा राख्ने, putting together, then this term will be this one, 5 plus 12i. Then now we can comparing real and imaginary part. So real part is this one, x square minus y square is equal to 5. This is equation 1. Suppose it is 1, and imaginary part means coefficient of I. This is 2xy is equal to, here is coefficient of I is 12. So this is equation 2. Now we can calculate the value of x square plus y square को whole square is equal to x square minus y square को whole square plus 4x square y square. Actually it is a formula of this one. So a minus b को whole square is equal to a plus b को whole square is equal to a minus b को whole square is equal to 4a square b square, 4ab. So this is the formula. A minus b को whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square लेखेर plus 4ab calculation गर्दा will get a square plus 2ab plus b square, that means a plus b को whole square. So हामीसँग माइनस को फर्म छ, प्रोडक्ट को फर्म छ, माइनस र प्रोडक्ट युज गरेर हामी प्लस को भ्यालु निकाल्न सक्छौं. त्यही भएर a plus b को whole square means a minus b को whole square plus 4ab. A means x square, b means y square. So substituting the value over here, 5 को square plus, so 4x square y square means 2xy को whole square. So 2xy को whole square means it is 12 को square. Now 25 plus 144 means 169. Then this will be this is the square, so x square plus y square is equal to only 13. Equation 3. This is 13 go square. This square and square cancelled. Then we get x square plus y square is equal to 13. Because this is the square of 13. So if we cut this square in square or taking square root, we get this one, x square y is 13. Now we have to solve this equation 1 and 3. This 1 and 3 equation, we can solve it. Now solving 1 and 3, then we get this term x square minus y square is equal to 5, and here is x square plus y square is equal to 13. If we solve this, then we can cancel this one, and we get 2x square is equal to 18, then after x is equal to 9, and then after x is equal to plus minus 3. This is the value of x plus minus 3, and when we put the value of x square, then we get from 1 means this 1, x square means 9 minus y square is equal to 5. Then y square is equal to 4, 5 minus 9 minus 5, 4, y square is positive. So from here we can say the value of y is plus minus 2. So this is the value of x and this is the value of y. So in this case we can find out the value of x and y. So here from 2, since product of x and y are positive, the product of x and y are positive. So if x is taken as positive, then y is also should be taken positive. If x is taken negative, then y is also should be taken as negative. xy को प्रोडक्ट यहाँ पोजिटिभ छ इक्वेसन 2 मा. इक्वेसन 2 हेर्दा x into y गर्दा पोजिटिभ भ्यालु छ, यहाँनिर प्लस साइन छ. त्यही भएर हामीले x चुज गर्दा y x पोजिटिभ चुज गर्दा y पनि पोजिटिभ हुन्छ, x नेगेटिभ चुज गर्दा y पनि नेगेटिभ हुन्छ. बिकज प्रोडक्ट अफ x into y should be positive. Positive into positive, positive. Negative into negative means it should be also positive. It will be positive. Minus minus plus हुने भएको भएर हामीले माइनस माइनस लिनुपर्छ. So therefore required square root of 5 plus 2i are, so we can put over here. So this is the square root, and if you put the value of x and y here, then we get x को ठाउँमा 3 राख्नु पर्यो प्लस iy, y को भ्यालु हामीसँग 3 हुँदा y को भ्यालु 2 हुन्छ. एउटा 2 आयो, 2i, and then x को भ्यालु -3 राख्नु पर्यो यहाँनिर. -3 राख्दा -3 माइनस y को भ्यालु पनि नेगेटिभ हुन्छ. So it is 2i. So in shortcut that is plus minus 3 plus 2i is the answer. So if you take the minus sign from here, then it will be 3 plus 2i, and 3 plus 2i is also here. So it is plus and it is minus, altogether we get plus and minus. Plus minus 3 plus 2i is the required square root of this term. So in this way we can solve it. The question is square root, that's why put the square root over here and make square, then expand it, then we can compare real and imaginary part according to this question. And if we solve it, if we have minus, then find out the plus value, plus sign, value of plus sign, then we get the 13 square, and square cancel the 13. Now we can see the similar term here and here. हामीले similar term देखेका छौं, माइनस र प्लस. we can simplify like this. एडिङ गर्ने, दुईटै क्वेशनलाई एडिङ गर्ने, x को भ्यालु प्लस माइनस आउँछ, स्क्वायर घटाउँदा प्लस माइनस लेख्ने, अनि यो x स्क्वायर को भ्यालु कुनै एउटा इक्वेसनमा राख्ने, then we get the value of y. Then here is the reason why x is positive and y is positive. x को भ्यालु पोजिटिभ राख्दा y पोजिटिभ राख्नुपर्छ किन भन्ने रिजन छ, किनकि इक्वेसन 2 बाट we can see product of x and y is always positive. That's why if it is plus then it will be plus, if this is minus then it will be minus, because minus into minus plus. So in this way, when we put the value of x and y over here, then we get this term. Another question, find the square root of this fraction, 2 minus 36i upon 2 plus 3i. So let's solve this question. So first of all, 2 minus 36i divided by 2 plus 3i should be converted into simplest form, complex number form. यो फ्र्याक्सन को टर्मलाई हामीले सबभन्दा पहिला a plus ib को फर्ममा लानुपर्छ, जसलाई कम्प्लेक्स नम्बर a plus ib फर्म भनिन्छ, कम्प्लेक्स नम्बरको फर्म. So what will be here? Then 2 into 2. Conjugate, it is a rationalizing or conjugate. Plus sign छ भने minus minus लिने, opposite sign लिने. Taking opposite sign, we should multiply and divide as well. 2 into 2 means it is 4. 2 into 3i means 6i. 36 into 2 means 72i. And 36 into 3 means it is minus minus plus. And 36 into 3 means 3 6 are 18, 100, 108 I square divided by 2 plus 3i, 2 minus 3i. If we multiply, then it will be 2 square minus 3i power 2. A square minus b square. Now, if we solve it, then 4 minus 6i minus 72i means this and this. Like term, we can add together. 78i minus 100i. I square भनेको minus 1 property लगाएको यसमा, property use गरेको. And 2 square means 4. 3 square means 9. I square means it is minus 1. So write down minus 1. Here is also I square. So write down minus 1. Here is also I square minus 1. So it is minus. 4 and 108 means 104 minus 78i divided by 9 plus 4 plus 9 means 13. Minus minus it is plus. So 9 plus 4 means 13. So we can separate it. Minus 104 divided by 13. 78i divided by 13. If we separate, then it will be this one. So 13 8s and 13 6s. So we'll get minus 8 minus 6i. So first of all, यस्तो फ्र्याक्सनलाई हामी यस्तो फर्ममा लान्छौं, त्यसपछि बल्ल हाम्रो अहिलेको रुल अनुसार हामी यसलाई स्क्वायर रुट निकाल्छौं. minus 8 minus 6i. Now let x plus iy is equal to root under minus 8 minus 6i. अब हामीले यसको स्क्वायर रुट निकाल्छौं. यसको स्क्वायर रुट निकाल्नु भन्नु र यसको स्क्वायर रुट निकाल्नु भन्नु एउटै हो. यसैलाई सिम्प्लिफाई गरेर हामीले यस्तो ल्याएका छौं. सो यसको रुट भनेको x plus iy. सो स्क्वायरिङ गर्दाखेरि x plus iy को होल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टु minus 8 minus 6i. So x square plus 2xy into I is plus I square, y square is equal to minus 8 minus 6i. So this is the formula of a plus b whole square. A square 2ab b square. And finally x square minus y square plus 2xy is equal to minus 8 minus 6i. So this I square means minus 1. So write down this term. So comparing this and this, so comparing real and imaginary part, we get the real part is x square minus y square Real part is minus 8. This is equation 1. And likewise, the imaginary part is 2xy, and here is minus 6. Coefficient of I means it is imaginary part. So it is equation 2. So we can solve it by this one. Now we can find the value of x square plus y square. Now x square plus y square is equal to, by using these two terms minus र प्रोडक्ट को फर्मुला लाएर हामी x स्क्वायर प्लस y स्क्वायर निकाल्न सक्छौं. x स्क्वायर माइनस y को होल स्क्वायर प्लस 4x square y square. So this is the formula. And now substitute the value of this minus 8 को whole square plus 4x square y square means 2xy को whole square. So it will be minus 6 को whole square. So if we solve this one, then it will be this one. This will be 100, and 100 means 10 square. So square and square cancel. So x square plus y square is equal to 10, and suppose it as equation 3. Now we can solve equation 1 and 3. Minus को form र plus को form चाहिँ हामी solve गर्न सक्छौं. Adding equation 1 and 3. y square negative छ, यहाँ y square positive छ. Add गर्ने अब y square cancel. Then x square plus x square means 2x square, and minus 8 plus 10 means it is 2. So x square is equal to 1. Therefore x is equal to plus minus 1. So this is the value of x. So from 1 मा लगाएर यसमा भ्यालु राख्ने. त्यो x स्क्वायर को भ्यालु 1 minus y square is equal to minus 8. So from this y square is equal to, यो टर्म उता यता गर्दा 9. So therefore y is equal to plus minus 3. So this is the value of y. त्यसरी हामी y को क्याल्कुलेसन गर्छौं. x स्क्वायर को भ्यालु लगेर कुनै एउटा इक्वेसनमा राख्ने, इक्वेसन 1 मा अथवा इक्वेसन 3 मा कहीं राख्ने, त्यहाँबाट y आउँछ. त्यो x र y आएको टर्म चाहिँ अब साइन को कुरा गरौं. साइन को पनि कुरा गर्नुपर्छ. 2xy जुन साइन छ यहाँनेर, x र y को प्रोडक्ट नेगेटिभ हुनुपर्छ. x र y को प्रोडक्ट नेगेटिभ भयो भने हामी चाहिँ यस्तो तरिकाले गर्छौं. सिन्स product of xy is negative, product of xy is negative, here is negative, x into y is negative here, so write down negative. Then if x is taken as positive from here, x को भ्यालु यहाँबाट पोजिटिभ लियौं भने then y चाहिँ लिनुपर्छ नेगेटिभ, यहाँबाट नेगेटिभ लिनुपर्छ -3. Similarly, if x is taken negative, then y को भ्यालु के लिनुपर्छ, यहाँबाट पोजिटिभ लिनुपर्छ, ताकि x र y मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा त्यो नेगेटिभ रिजल्ट नै आओस्. त्यो हिसाबले the required square roots are 1 minus 3i, so one of this, and minus 1 plus 3i, this is another square root. So that is, so if you take minus common here, then it will be plus minus 1 minus 3y. So this is the answer. यहाँबाट minus sign common लिने बित्तिकै we get 1 minus 3i. यहाँ पनि 1 minus 3i सेपरेट लेख्ने, अनि बीचमा प्लस और माइनस लेख्न सकिन्छ. यहाँ प्लस साइन छ, यहाँ माइनस साइन छ. So write down plus and minus. So this is the answer of this question. So first of all, this question converted into simplest form in this form, like this form, and this form will be the square of this one. So square root of this form is this one. So After solving this question, making equation, we can solve it and finding out such a result. यसरी रिजल्टहरु फाइन्ड गर्दै 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 जाने हामी. So we have a question, find cube roots of unity. Unity means 1. 1 को cube root हरु निकाल्नुस् भन्ने question हो. Establish all 3 properties of cube roots of unity. Our second question is, we have 3 properties altogether. So all 3 properties, write down its statement and prove it. Also prove it. So let's write, let z is the cube root of 1. So unity means 1 and its cube root is written as like this, cube root of 1, and it is z. It is our supposition. So let z is equal to this one. Question ले demand गरेको कुरालाई हामीले z मानौं र यसपछि हामी क्यूबिङ गरौं. क्यूबिङ both sides, cubing both sides, z cube is equal to 1. दुवैतिर क्यूबिङ गर्दाखेरि यो क्यूब रुट र क्यूब क्यान्सल हुन्छ. So we get 1. So z cube minus 1 is equal to 0. If you transpose this one over here, then it will be this one. So 1 means 1 cube, and write down the formula of a cube minus b cube is equal to 0. This is the formula of a cube minus b cube. So this is a minus b, and a square means z square, plus ab means z into 1 z, plus b square means 1. So this is the product. So we can see here are 2 factors. So we can write as either z minus 1 is equal to 0 or z square plus z plus 1 is equal to 0. So we have 2 conditions. So either z minus 1 is equal to 0 means from here we can calculate the value of z. So z is equal to 1 is one of the answer. So cube root of unity, 1 को cube root 1 हुन्छ. This is one of the solutions. And similarly, if we solve this question, then we can find out the value of z. So here the value of z is equal to minus 1 plus minus 1 b square minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2 times a. So this is the formula of quadratic equation. So this is the formula, x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. If we have quadratic equation, this is quadratic equation because the z has power 2. Degree 2 means it is quadratic equation. So this is a quadratic formula. यदि quadratic equation छ, degree 2 भएको equation लाई हामी quadratic equation भन्छौं, highest power 2 हुनु पर्यो. त्यतिबेला हामी फर्मुला यो लाउन सक्छौं, minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the formula of quadratic. So quadratic formula use गर्दा, here is a, the value of a is 1, value of b is 1, value of c is 1, because ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So a, b, c all are 1. So write down the value, minus b, b means 1, plus minus b square means here is 1 square means 1, and 4ac means 4 into 1 into 1. So write down the value, minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 4 means root under minus 3 divided by 2. Now minus 1 plus minus, we can write is like this, root under 3 into I square divided by 2. So minus 1 means I square. Here is minus 1. So minus 1 को ठाउँमा I square लेख्नु पर्यो, किनभने I square को property नै minus 1 हुन्छ. So it can be written as plus minus I root 3 divided by 2. Now यो I square चाहिँ root भन्दा बाहिर गएपछि I हुन्छ. Then after I root 3 divided by 2. So hence cube root of unity are cube roots of unity are, one of the answer is 1. Then another answer is plus I root 3 divided by 2, and another answer is minus 1 I root 3 divided by 2. So these are the required cube roots of unity. 1 को cube root निकाल्दा हामी तीनटा यसरी सल्युसनहरु आउँछ. 1 को cube root 1 हुन्छ, another one minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. Next one is minus 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. So this is the answer of cube root of unity. So it is the solution of first part. Now let's move to the solution of second part. Establish all three properties of cube root of unity. So we can once again use these all the values of cube root of unity. So taking positive sign, this is one of the value. Taking negative sign over here write down minus sign. So minus भएको एउटा solution, बीचमा प्लस भएको एउटा सल्युसन र 1, यो तीनटा सल्युसन बाट बन्न सक्ने प्रपर्टिजहरुलाई अब हामी इस्टाब्लिश गर्छौं, सेट गर्छौं र त्यसलाई प्रुफ पनि गर्दै जान्छौं. So now let's move for property. So properties number 1. Properties number 1. Each imaginary cube root of unity is the square of other. So this is one of the property. So each imaginary cube root of unity is the square of other. Then how to solve it? So its proof is, so we have one of the imaginary cube root of unity is this one, I root 3 divided by 2. If you take squaring, then it will be the another minus sign. So भर्खरै हामीले cube root of unity मा तीनटा सल्युसन हाम्रो युनिटी को सल्युसन निकालेका थियौं. त्यसमा एउटा प्लस साइन छ, -1 plus I root 3 divided by 2 भन्ने one of the solution हो. त्यो सल्युसनलाई स्क्वायर गर्दा नेक्स्ट माइनस वाला इमेजिनरी क्यूब रूट अफ आउँछ. क्यूब रूट अफ युनिटी तीनटा हुन्छ, तीनटा मध्ये हामीले इमेजिनरी भ्यालु भनेको ओन्ली दुईटा मात्रै हो, ओन्ली 2, because I, the term containing I is called imaginary value. So here is I, so it is called imaginary cube root. We don't take 1 because there is no I. That's why for imaginary we should take the term containing I. I contain गरेको टर्म लिनु पर्छ र त्यो टर्मलाई स्क्वायर गर्दाखेरि अर्को टर्मको इमेजिनरी को स्क्वायर भएर आउँछ. त्यसलाई सल्भ गर्दाखेरि -1 को स्क्वायर प्लस 2 इन्टु a इन्टु b भनेको I root 3 प्लस b स्क्वायर भनेको I root 3 को स्क्वायर divided by 4. So this is the algebraic formula deduced from here. Here 2 को square means it is 4, and here is a plus b को whole square means a square plus 2ab. This is a, this is b. That's why 2ab plus b to the power 2. That means b square. So let's solve it, and it is 1, and it is here 2 root 3 into I. 2 into root 3. 2 root 3 minus plus means it is minus, and I means I. So root 3 go square means it is 3. I square means it is I square. Let's write I square, and here is 4. So 1 minus 2 root 3 I minus 3 divided by 4. So I square means -1. Here is -1. That's why minus sign is there. So solve it. Now if you solve it, then it will get 1 minus 3 means it will be -2, and 2 root 3 I divided by 4. Now take out the 2 common. 2 common, -1 minus root 3 I divided by 4. 2 2 ja 4. So -1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. So this is the another square of this term. हामीसँग दुईटा इमेजिनरी क्यूब रूट अफ युनिटीमा एउटा प्लस वाला टर्म एउटा माइनस वाला टर्म. अब प्लसलाई स्क्वायर गर्ने बित्तिकै माइनस आउँछ. सिमिलरली माइनसलाई स्क्वायर गर्ने बित्तिकै प्लस पनि आउँछ भनेको छ क्वेसनमा. इच इमेजिनरी भन्ने बित्तिकै एउटालाई स्क्वायर गर्दा अर्को आउने हो. सो सिमिलरली वी क्यान सो -1 minus I root 3 upon 2 को होल स्क्वायर गर्दा के आउँछ -1 plus I root 3 divided by 2 आउँछ. यसै तरिकाले हामीले यसरी नै सो गर्न सकिन्छ. सो दिस इज लेफ्ट फर यु. सो प्लस वाला टर्मलाई स्क्वायर गर्दा माइनस आए जस्तै माइनस बीचमा माइनस भएको इमेजिनरी क्यूब रुटलाई स्क्वायर गर्दा प्लस भएको टर्म आउँछ. So in this way we can we can conclude this statement. So this is the one of the property. Number 2, just now we have let -1 plus I root 3 divided by 2 लाई हामीले यदि ओमेगा भनेर डिनोट गरियो भने this is the sign of omega. This is omega, OMEGA, omega. यदि हामीले यो -1 plus I root 3 by 2 लाई ओमेगा सपोज गर्यौं भने then -1 minus I root 3 divided by 2 is this becomes omega square according to this result by property number 1. यदि हामीले यो स्टेटमेन्टलाई यो टर्मलाई ओमेगा मान्यौं भने यसको स्क्वायरबाट आउने रिजल्ट भनेको अलवेज के हुन्छ माइनस हुन्छ. ओमेगालाई स्क्वायर गर्ने बित्तिकै हाम्रो माइनसको फर्म आउँछ. द्याट मिन्स ओमेगा स्क्वायर मिन्स नेगेटिभ टर्म -1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. So in this way we can suppose this is omega and this is omega square. Hence cube root of unity are cube roots of unity are 1 omega and omega square. So in this way we can suppose the cube root of unity are 1 omega and omega square. In shortcut, this is the shortcut notation for cube root of unity. Now we can establish other properties by using this omega. Okay, next property, the sum of cube roots of unity is 0. That means 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. In verbal problem, sum of cube root of unity is 0, and in notation, expression in mathematically we can write it like this: 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So establish this property by proof. So let's write 1 plus omega square. It is not w, it is omega. So what does it mean? What is the value of omega? Just now we have supposed it as like this: -1 plus I root 3 divided by 2. भर्खरै हामीले ओमेगा भनेको यस्तो टर्मलाई ओमेगा सपोज गरेका छौं. ओमेगाको प्लेसमा यो भ्यालु राख्नुस्. It is the imaginary cube root of unity, and omega square means -1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. प्लस साइन चाहिँ ओमेगाको लागि र बीचमा माइनस साइन चाहिँ ओमेगा स्क्वायरको लागि सपोज गरे अनुसार राख्नुस्. If we solve it by taking LCM, now take LCM. 2 1s are 2 and the numerator is same, it remains same, plus I root 3 minus 1 minus I root 3. LCM लिएपछि यस्तो आउँछ टर्म I root 3 cancel. 1 minus 1 minus 2 and 2 also cancel, this and this also cancel. So 0 by 2 means 0. Hence sum of cube root of unity is 0. So if we add all cube root of unity together, then we get 0. So this is one of the property, hence proved. This property is proved. So number 3, let's move to number 3. The product of two imaginary cube root of unity is 1. Unity or 1. Product of two imaginary cube root of unity is 1. So that is omega into omega square is always 1. It is the property. Mathematically we can write this one. Omega means one of the imaginary cube root of unity, and another imaginary cube root of unity is omega square. When we multiply together it becomes 1. That's why. Now how to prove? Look at once. So omega into omega square. So starting from LHS. Now substituting the value of omega, its value is minus 1 plus I root 3 divided by 2 into omega square means minus 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. This is omega and this is omega square. Only differences in plus and minus. The remaining terms are same. So if we multiply it, then 2 to the 4. This is 4. Multiplying denominator altogether. And numerator we can see a plus b and a minus b. That means minus 1 square minus I root 3 square. This is a square minus b square. Because here is a plus b, here is a minus b. So we can use algebraic formula. Now let's solve it. 1 minus, it is I square and it is 3 divided by 4. So I to the power 2 means I square. Root 3 square means 3. So substituting the value of I square, then I square means minus 1. So minus minus plus. So 1 plus 3 divided by 4 and it is 4 by 4 and finally we get 1. Hence our relation is proved. So our property is product of two imaginary cube root is 1. So omega into omega square means 1. So in total, therefore, we can write omega square, omega cube is equal to 1. This is the property obtained from this result. Omega into omega square means omega cube and omega cube is 1. So we can use this property while solving the question. So let's remember this formula. This is also formula 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So this is also one of the formula and this is also one of the formula. So in this way, we can establish all three properties. We have stated this property and also we have proved this all established properties, and in this way the cube root of unity is finished. Now we have the another questions. Look at here questions. If omega be a complex cube root of unity, so that this expression whole cube minus this expression whole cube is equal to 0. So for the solution of this question, first of all we should know about one of the relation. So if we have the relation, then one of the relation 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. This is the formula. And when you find from here 1 plus omega means what? Minus omega square. 1 plus omega means minus omega square. When you transpose another side, then it will be this one. Similarly, 1 plus omega square means what? This and this. The sum of this and this will be plus omega goes to this side and this will be minus omega. And if we write down omega plus omega square in one side, then 1 this will be minus 1. So in this way we can deduce the different results from only one formula. This is the formula, and from single formula we can deduce another 3 sub formulas. So 1 plus omega means minus omega square. 1 plus omega square means it is omega minus omega, and these two terms is minus 1. Sum of these two terms is minus 1. So from this formula, after using over here, then we can get 0. So let's write LHS from here. 1 plus omega minus omega square whole cube minus 1 minus omega plus omega square whole cube. So let's simplify it. By using this property, we can show the solution. Now 1 plus omega means it is 1 plus omega means minus omega square. So write down minus omega square. So this is the formula. And this omega square is same. And here is 1 and omega square. 1 plus omega square means here is the formula. 1 plus omega square means minus omega, and this minus omega remains same. After using formula, we get this one. This is also plus, this is also plus. So two terms should be positive. So this plus this means minus omega, and minus omega is same, it remains same. So we can add this and this because they are like terms. So minus omega square means what? Minus 2 omega square cube. And similarly, minus omega and minus omega means it is minus 2 omega power 3. So if we solve it, minus co-cube means it is minus. 2 co-cube means 2 to the power 3 means 8. Now omega power 2 3 is 6 minus co power 3 means it is again minus. So minus minus plus, or write down minus 8 2 power 3 means 8, omega cube means omega cube. So write down the formula minus 8 omega cube into omega cube minus plus 8 into omega cube. So omega 6 means omega cube into omega cube, and as you know that omega cube means 1, so write down 1 because we have the formula omega cube means 1. So in this step we can see that omega cube means 1. Omega cube को place मा 1 राखिएको छ because this is the property of complex cube root of unity. So minus 8 plus 8. So it is minus 8, it is plus 8, this means 0. Proved. So in this way, after using this formula and this formula, we can deduce the condition, we can deduce the result. Okay, we have another questions. Question number 2. So if omega be the complex cube root of unity, we have to show this expression is equal to 9. So let's solve this question. So by taking LHS from over here, so 1 minus omega square, 1 minus omega power 4, 1 minus omega power 8. So now we can simplify it and obtain the result this 9. So we can see here here is not omega cube, here is not omega cube, but here is omega cube. So convert this omega into omega cube. Power 4 means omega cube containing over here. So omega cube also here. So if there is not omega cube, then it remains same. So write down, just copy it. So omega cube into omega. So it can be written as like this. यसलाई ब्रेक डाउन गरौँ, पावर 3 राखौँ, फर्मुला अप्लाई गर्नको लागि omega cube 3 plus 3 means 6, but here is 8. So omega square, we can write omega square. If you add all the powers, then we get 8. हामीलाई पावर पनि 3 नै चाहिन्छ किनभने हामीसँग ओमेगा क्यूब को फर्मुला छ. So converted into omega cube, then after we can use formula. Now 1 minus omega square, they remain same. Here we can write omega cube means 1, and 1 into omega means it is omega, and here is 1, that is same. This is also 1. Omega cube means 1. This is also 1 and it is omega square. So 1 into 1 into omega square means it is omega square. So if you look at once, we can see this term and this term is similar. So write down 1 minus omega whole square because it is repeated 2 times. Similarly, 1 minus omega square into 1 minus omega square, square, it is also whole square because here is also same, here is also same. We get the same term, 2 terms. So write down power 2. So in this step, we can do like this: 1 minus omega square whole power 2. यसको पनि power 2, यसको पनि power 2. So write only once 2 after inserting the big bracket. एउटै power 2 लेखे हुन्छ यसमा भित्रको term as it is put together. And now we can multiply over here. यहाँ omega cube कहीं पनि छैन, so we can multiply. 1 into 1 it is 1, 1 into omega square, omega into 1 omega, minus minus plus, omega into omega square, omega cube, whole square. This into this means omega cube. So let's solve it. 1 minus omega square minus omega plus 1 whole square. Here is also omega cube, so omega cube is 1. Now 1 1 2 minus omega square plus omega. So if you take minus common from these two terms, we get this one. 1 plus 1 2 and minus common line. Now omega plus omega square means what? 2 minus, it is also minus 1 square, minus 1 power 2. So this is the formula. Omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1. From this 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So this is the real formula. So if you take this one, these two terms, omega plus omega square from here, then 1 लाई उता लानु पर्यो, minus 1 हुन्छ. So write down minus 1. So 2 plus 1, minus minus plus. So 2 plus 1 means 3, 3 go square means 9. So it is proved. In this way, we can show the result 9 after solving this equation. So in this question, just be sure that here is omega cube, here is also omega cube. We can break down or separating the power 3 and we can insert the value 1. So in this step, we can put omega cube is 1. So it is disappear. Omega cube means it is 1. So I have ignored this term because it is 1. So if you multiply this and this whole square, this and this whole square, then square and square put together, we can use only 1 2. And after multiplying here, again we can use omega cube is equal to 1. Again we can use 1. Then 1 plus 1 2. And by taking minus common, we can use again formula minus 1. From here 2 plus 1 means 3, 3 square means 9. So in this way we can calculate the question. We have another question, question number 3. Alpha is equal to this one, it is given. Beta is equal to this one, it is given. So by using these values, we have to show this result is 0. So let's see. Regarding to complex cube root of unity, so given is this one, alpha is equal to 1 over 2 minus 1 plus root under minus 3. It can be written as like this also. So it is 1 by 2 and here is minus 1 plus I root 3. So how does it come? I कसरी आउँछ भन्दा minus 1 को ठाउँमा I square राख्ने. यहाँ I square राख्ने बित्तिकै I square को root बाट I आउँछ अनि root 3 को root 3 हुन्छ. So it is the complex cube root of unity. So it can be written as omega. So it is the value of omega. Omega means minus 1 plus I root 3 divided by 2. So this means omega. हामीले पहिले प्रपर्टीमा यस्तो टर्मलाई ओमेगा मानिसकेका छौं. यो कम्प्लेक्स क्यूब रूट अफ युनिटीबाट आउँछ. And beta is equal to 1 upon 2 minus 1 minus root under minus 3. That means 1 upon 2 minus 1 minus I root 3. So it is omega square. So only difference is that plus and minus. Plus र minus को difference छ. अब यो I हटाउँदा यहाँ I square भित्र आउँछ. त्यो I square बाहिर ल्याउँदा I मात्रै हुन्छ. सो यस्तो टर्मलाई हामी ओमेगा स्क्वायर भन्छौं. जुन कुरो हामी अगाडि प्रपर्टीमा हामीले भनिसक्यौं. -1 minus I root 3 divided by 2 means omega square. So we can change the LHS alpha power 4 alpha square beta power 4. So write down the value of alpha. So alpha means omega. So alpha को ठाउँमा हामी ओमेगा राख्न सक्छौं. बीटा को ठाउँमा ओमेगा स्क्वायर राख्न सक्छौं according to the information. So alpha is omega. So write down omega power 4. Here is also alpha. So write down omega, and square is here. So write down square. So beta means itself omega square, and this square goes to power. Beta भनेकै omega square छ. This square remains same, and beta means only beta means omega square, and power 4 is same. जहाँ जहाँ अल्फा छ त्यहाँ ओमेगा राख्नुस्. जहाँ बीटा छ त्यहाँ ओमेगा स्क्वायर राख्नुस् according to information. And now we can solve by using the properties of complex cube root of unity. So it can be written as like this. So 2 to the 4. Its power is 4. 4 plus 2 means it is 6. So omega power 6. And 2 4s are 8. So it is omega power 8. Now we can solve it like this. Omega cube into omega power cube मा लाने ताकि फर्मुला लाउन पाइयोस्. ओमेगा क्यूब को स्क्वायर 6 means अब 3 2 जा 6. ओमेगा क्यूब हामीलाई आवश्यक पर्छ भ्यालु राख्नको लागि, प्रपर्टी युज गर्नको लागि. So 3 2 जा 6. So balance it. And omega cube. So 3 2 जा 6. 3 2 जा 6, and again omega square is left to make it 8. 8 भएको हुनाले 3 2 जा 6. 6 plus 2 8 हुन्छ. So in this way we can arrange the powers. So whenever omega cube we can write 1. So it is omega. Omega cube means again 1 plus omega cube means again 1 and omega square. So 1 into omega, omega. 1, it is only 1. 1 into omega square, omega square. So 1 plus omega square means directly we can write down 0. This is also one of the property. 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So hence proved. So in this way, after using the properties of complex cube root of unity, can deduce this result like this. So convert alpha into omega and beta into omega square. So in this way we can convert or change into the omega form, and using property we can find out the result like this. So 0 is one of the theorem. So this if product and quotient of two complex numbers z1 and z2, then prove that z1 into z2 is equal to this one, r1 into r2 times cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 plus theta 2. Similarly, z1 divided by z2 means it is quotient, it is product and it is quotient. So r1 by r2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2, here is plus, here is minus, plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2. So we have given z1 and z2. So from this product we can show this relation, and by dividing z1 by z2 we can show this relation. So let's see this theorem, its proof. It's proof. Now given that Z1 is equal to R1 times cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1, and Z2 is equal to R2 times cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. Now we can multiply together. So Z1 into Z2. Now multiply them. Z1 into Z2. So after multiply R1 into cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1, just substitute the value. Z1 is this one. Product means dot, and Z2 means this is the value R2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. So this is Z1 and this is Z2. Now we are going to multiply them. Now R1 into R2 means it is R1 R2. This is R1 R2, and if you multiply this and this, it will be cos this first term into first term. That means cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus first term into last term. So that means I cos theta 1 sin theta 2 plus. Now second term into first term. The second term into first term. So multiply it. Here is also I sin theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus second term into second term. That means I into I square, and sin theta 1 into sin theta 2, this one. So this is the product of this and this. So here we can write this into this, this into this, this into this, this into this. Turn by turn, it is the multiplication. So here is cos theta 1 cos theta 2, and I square means it is minus 1. So I square is here. So let's write minus 1. So it will be minus sin theta 1 sin theta 2. So let's put together inside the bracket from this term and this term. So we can use formula in this place. I square means minus 1. So it became minus. So from these two terms, this and this, here is also I, here is also I. So put I common. So if you take I common, then sin theta 1 cos theta 2 plus cos theta 1 sin theta 2. So this is the another part having I. So this I and I, common I, this is the common I, and the remaining term is this one sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. This is the remaining part, and R1 R2 is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. We can write down the trigonometric relation here. So what is the formula? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So what is the formula? Cos A plus B. So this is the trigonometric formula. Cos A plus B means cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Similarly, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is the formula? So it is sin A plus B. So this is the formula. In this way we can prove this relation. So this is the answer. Z1 into Z2 is equal to R1 R2. It is also here, and cos theta 1 plus theta 2, it is same, and I sin theta 1 plus theta 2, it is also same. So in this way we can prove the product of these two complex number. Similarly, now we are going to show division of these two complex number Z1 by Z2, and this is the relation. Now let's see the division case Z1 upon Z2 को लागि हेरौं अब. Now we have Z1 and Z2 over here. So this and this. Now division. For division, just now we have proved Z1 into Z2 भर्खरै हामीले Z1 Z2 को कुरा हामीले प्रुभ गर्यौं अब सिमिलरली Z1 Z2 पनि प्रुभ गर्दै छौं त्यसको लागि चाहिँ Z1 Z2 is given so write down cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 divide by Z2 means what write down the value R2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 यो हाम्रो टर्म भयो Z1 upon Z2 so how can we solve here now so for this we can conjugate taking conjugate this term rationalizing the denominator so plus को minus लिनु पर्यो cos theta 2 minus I sin theta 2 divided by cos theta 2 minus I sin theta 2 हामीलाई R1 by R2 निकाल्नु छ यो कुरा त यहाँ पनि छ R1 by R2 this is already obtained but we are rationalizing the denominator plus को minus लिएर हामी multiply गर्दै छौं plus को minus angle same it is same angle so if you rationalizing the denominator then it will be R1 divided by R2 so it is separated which is our result now this times of this what will happen then cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 into cos minus theta 1 plus I sin minus theta 2 over here this one अब हामीले यसलाई चाहिँ यो यसको एंगल थीटा 1 र यसको एंगल थीटा 1 मिलाउनु पर्छ cos थीटा 1 cos minus थीटा 1 cos minus थीटा 1 भनेको cos थीटा 1 नै हुन्छ sorry it is theta 2 here is theta 2 and I sin my theta 2 means minus theta 2 so sin minus theta means minus sin theta so write down minus and here is a plus b a minus b angle same all the angle are same so it is cos square theta 2 minus I square sin square theta 2 so a square means cos square minus b square means I square and sin square so I square and sin square theta 2 is written here now R1 divided by R2 now it is just previous result cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 this is same and R2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 is same when we multiply this and this then we get this term plus this term so cos theta 1 plus theta 2 and sin after multiplication we get sin theta 1 plus theta 2 so write down this and this means cos theta 1 minus theta 2 here is minus so write down minus यहाँ प्लस भएको भए प्लस हुन्थ्यो माइनस छ माइनस लेख्नुहोस् त्यस्तै प्लस I टाइम्स साइनमा अब थीटा 1 थीटा 2 जोड दिनुहोस् त्यस्तै यहाँ I sin theta 1 plus हुनुपर्ने ठाउँमा यहाँ माइनस छ त्यसैले माइनस लेख्नुहोस् and this one and here is it is cos square theta 2 and minus I square means it is also minus 1 so minus 1 minus plus 1 so it is plus and sin square theta 2 so in this way we can write down R1 by R2 this is same and this becomes 1 यो भ्यालु चाहिँ 1 हुन्छ इग्नोर गर्दिनुस् अनि माथिको टर्म चाहिँ हाम्रो फर्मुला हुन्छ cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2 so this is the answer and proved this is the answer so R1 by R2 is same and this result it is here so we can prove like this so to prove this division or quotient then we should take the conjugate of denominator plus if there is plus then take minus and फर्स्ट एन्ड फर्स्ट मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा पनि हुन्छ पहिलाको रिजल्ट अनुसार, और यसलाई चाहिँ नेगेटिभ नेगेटिभ एङ्गल बनाएर ब्राकेटमा राखे पनि हुन्छ। यो माइनसलाई बिचमा प्लस बनाउने, यो माइनस चाहिँ भित्र एङ्गलमा लाने। यसरी लाँदाखेरि हाम्रो टर्म कस कस सेम, साइन साइन सेम हुन्छ। अनि दिस प्लस दिस गर्दा यो आउँछ, साइन साइन चाहिँ एङ्गल प्लस गर्दा यो साइन आउँछ। सो आई इन्टु साइन θ1 minus θ2. So in this way this becomes 1, and in this way we can solve this one, and this is the theorem. So in this way we can conclude the theorem.